What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another video. And in this video we're going to be looking at the time I drove in a slow blizzard 4 years ago from today. So during the week of November 8th, a snow blizzard came, and as you can see, I just came off work and I'm about to drive home in this blizzard. So it started just around the morning, it kept going throughout the whole night. This is kind of halfway through the day. As you can see, it's already icy and snowy, and once I get on the road you will see how bad it is. And here I was driving my 2013 Subaru BRZ, and here we go on the road. Initially I was kind of scared, but the BRZ was able to power through with proper winter tires. As you can see, I am going left to right as I'm trying to accelerate up to speed. Really sideways there because I'm trying to do a lane change, so I turned the wheel a little bit. There we go. Still trying to accelerate, and slowly but surely, after swinging around back and forth, I was able to get up to speed and kept going. One thing to note is that in the BRZ, to turn off the traction control you have to do a paddle dance, or if you have an open flash tablet you use that to turn it off. However, at the time of this recording, when this happened, I did not have the open flash tablet or didn't know how to actually turn a traction control off. So the whole time was on, and was still able to power through on. Looks like I was having a little fun here speeding while still trying to go the speed limit, which is around 60 kilometers. And now we're about to go and pass a few people because I drive a Subaru, of course. Looks like I'm going to be passing this little car. I believe that's a Chevy Sonic. I could be so wrong, but that's okay. Pass him, catching up with the other cars. I know people tell you not to drive fast. I just automatically try to get up to speed as possible when there's no cars around me. If I know the car won't be able to do that, I will not get up to that speed, but I felt like I was good to go. And I was catching up to other cars here. I believe I'm going to slow down here just so in case I accidentally swerve because I hit a snowplow or something, I won't hit them. There we go. Back then I used to work across the city from where I lived, so basically driving across Saskatoon right now. As you can see, visibility is low and I can't see far out. The camera does a good job of picking up what you can see in the front, but in real life it's a little bit harder. And now we're catching up to some other cars at the front here. And looks like we're coming to a red light. Taking my time to slow down as early as I possibly can, which I'm doing right now. But looks like we are gonna go again. Just have to wait for the cars in front of me to get going. And while I'm trying to still keep my momentum going. And here we go. And as you can see, I'm accelerating because I'm swirling back and forth. I do have to make a right turn here, so I'm probably gonna change lanes soon. Waiting for this car to pass me because I was not fast enough to pass him, so I slowed down. I'm gonna make my turn here. We got the green light, so won't have to really check to see if any oncoming traffic from the intersection. It looks like my wiper blades stopped working there for a second, got icy. I did need new wiper blades at the time, which I did get next week. I should have done that earlier, but 18-year-old me didn't know better. And it just got worse. And now I'm trying to get rid of it, which is not working. So for a little bit here, we're not going to be able to see much from the camera view. I'm able to still see from my point of view. We are soon going to be hitting what's called the circle drive, kind of like a highway, but not really, just the circle drive. So basically around the town, circle drive, hence the name. But we're going to be using just a little bit of it to get back onto the east side of the city. Now we're climbing up. There's not much snow here, so it was not that much of a trouble. I don't know if you can tell, but there is some cars in front of me, which I'm trying to keep the distance, and I'm not going the speed limit. I think I'm going 50. The speed limit here is 70 kilometers instead of 50. Still trying to get rid of that patch of ice that formed up because of my wiper blades. I believe I started cranking up the heat here so I could melt it off at least. I was probably trying to look from that one corner on the bottom left there. And now I'm going to make a right turn here again. And this part here coming up is going to be a hill, and this one was a kind of a stomach dropper because there was a lot of snow, and with the traction control keeping the power out, I don't know if I was going to make it up that hill. So now we're slowly going up, and you'll see as soon as I get there, because I dramatically slowed down, and with the cars in front of me is not helping because they're also going very slow. I was not able to get enough momentum, or I thought I was not getting enough momentum to get up the hill, but we shall see. Going to pass the under bridge of the highway we came off of, and here we are up the hill. And I'm flooring it. I am flooring it. There we go. Up, up. The BRZ was able to hold on very well. Kept going up. As you can see, it struggled a little bit here, but kept it going up. And looks like from remember, I'm barely about to make the light. Yes. There we go. I'm gonna do my turn here left. I'm drifting a little bit, drifting. There we go. And looks like the view cleared up again. And now we're on the last big stretch of road. It just notes, so the snow cleaners have not been cleaning up this part yet, but they're very quick to the call, so we'll see them soon up ahead. And I'm accelerating up to the speed limit here, just past the truck. And the BRZ is still kicking on. Still can't believe how I managed to drive on that day. But once I did get home, I was stuck for a week in the garage because the street of my house or my neighborhood area was not clean in about a week. Well, until a week later. So luckily I didn't have to work for the next week, and I was doing online school back in the COVID times. Nothing but smooth sailing at the moment. Looks like the car in front of me is also going speed limit, so that's good. Keep momentum. But it looks like there is a red light coming up. And now we're about to stop. It looks like there is a truck in front of me, and looks like it's an older Chevy truck. I remember this truck was having a little bit of trouble with traction, as you can see here. He's not even going, and I got stuck behind him, but I was able to power through here. There we go. Looks like there's a big patch of snow pile on the left there, so trying to go a little bit to the right, and the Chevy truck has taken off. I'm flooring it to catch up, which is not working, and the traction control is not helping to keep the power down. Keeps cutting out, but that's for a good reason. If it wasn't for traction control, I definitely would have been stuck somewhere, or just aimlessly spin my wheels around. I was young at the time, so didn't know too much. Trying to do my best to stay away from cars beside me, so this car, Dodge Caravan here, is going a little bit slower, and I'm slowly catching up, which I don't want to, because I don't want to be beside a car with the conditions of the road. It looks like everything so far is going nice and smooth at the moment. Looks like here I was trying to accelerate out of here beside the caravan so I could get ahead at least, because they were going a little bit slower, and I was successful in that and catching up with the truck again. Seeing some patches of the road, which was nice because there was no snow and mean traction, especially coming up after this intersection. It really does smooth out for a little bit. There's a Hummer on the right there, which is cool to see. There's some road. Looks like we're kind of in our lane and coming to a stop. That's one thing about driving in the snow. You can't see which lane you're in, so you're kind of using your memory and kind of positioning relatively where it should be, and which we were still doing. And come to a stop. And looks like we are caught on the what I call the red light effect, where every intersection from now on is going to be red. So we're going to be stopping and going, stopping and going, which is kind of annoying and always has been annoying. But that's what happens when you drive on a big stretch of road, such as this here in Saskatoon. Looks like the truck is having trouble accelerating. As you can see, shot off some snow into my windshield, and looks like almost struggling here a little bit, flooring it, and looks like heavy snowfall here from the windshield keeps wadding up relatively quickly. My wiper blade's doing their best job to keep it away, but it keeps coming back, of course. Some more road. It looks like we are actually in the middle of a lane here, but on the left side there, it's really snowy, and you'll get stuck if you go on the edge there. So try to keep it mainly in the middle, and try to stay away from other cars. And no one's really using that lane. And if there were, we'll move to the other side. There we go. And I guess I was following the truck behind, so he was a little bit in the middle of the lane. Good thing the lights are turning green relatively quickly and not taking an eternity, because there's about 1,000 of them we have to pass through in this road if you get stuck on that red light course. And here, as you can see, we had some big snow patches there. As you can see, the truck is powering through that. I kind of try to move over this side, and I'm also very much struggling as well as I'm flooring it. I think I just did a lane change just so I can avoid that. And I believe that was a good call because that trucks keep on hitting some more patches. So it's one thing to watch out for when you're driving Saskatoon in a slow blizzard. Avoid the edges because some edges get to be like that and you get stuck on them. And I've seen way too many people get stuck on the side of the road because of that. And as of this recording today, actually, is another blizzard, which I recorded and will be posting it next week. So stay tuned for that. So we're continuing on. Looks like we're hitting another red light. We passed the last one, which was good. Luckily, this is not as bad as the one other road called Broadway on Saskatoon. I remember in the summertime, we got stuck at 12 in the morning. Well, no one's there, all the red lights, and it took us 5 minutes to get out that little tiny road, stretch of road. Looks like there's a Civic there in front of us going. It just shows that any car can really drive through here, small or big. Oh, looks like I tried to go a little bit early because I'm watching the red light on the other side so I can get the head start. I'm flooring here definitely. Rocking left to right again, of course, usual. My windshield keeps on watering up and the truck is just hammering through here. Looks like there's less snow on that side than in the middle here, which is kind of unusual, but that does happen as well. So just gotta keep a lookout. But it looks like I'm trying to pass him and it's not working and he just gets away. And I believe I just had no choice. I was flooring here, traction control keeping off, and trying to get up to speed. It was a little bit of a struggle in the tiny BRZ, but we didn't make it, so had to stop and had to go again. So that was another fun time, another fun way to accelerate. Looks like the driver beside me is flicking off some ice or snow off the wiper blades, which is interesting. I actually didn't notice that until I watched the pre-recording of the video once I got home. And it looks like I was looking ahead actually at the lights so I can go quickly, but looks like I got left in the dust in my rear-wheel drive BRZ and all the SUVs and trucks are passing me. The first two guys are off and they just kept going. And I am struggling to get up to speed, but we are eventually still moving, not stock, so that's a win there. Another SUV passing us again. Of course, the all-wheel drive SUV truck model is good for the winters here in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, or honestly anywhere in the world. Just a little bit expensive. And I chose to be in a tiny little Subaru BRZ rear-wheel drive. But at the end of the day, it was really fun to drive on the snow because rear-wheel drive you can drift kind of everywhere. I didn't do it here because I was too afraid to get stuck. Too much snow. Maybe if the snow was a little bit less, I maybe sometimes here do a little drift turn. Sometimes it's out of control because I just turn and then my back just flies out automatically. It's nothing to be scared of. It's a very easily controllable car, so I was lucky on that part. It looks like I'm always paying attention to see when the green light is coming on so I can get going just a second before it turns green. Another truck passing by with their four-wheel drive. Looks like another SUV passing by, but it looks like they were struggling a little bit, so they were also in kind of the same deal as me, but not as bad. Trying to accelerate up to speed again. As you can see, even from the camera, you can't see much of the front. Oh, looks like I did a lane change so I can get in my right lane. And because of the less snow, I was able to accelerate faster. But, of course, the red light have to come to a stop again. So, Up to stop come. Looks like there was an someone is stuck on the right hand side. There's a little car there stuck. I actually did not notice that until just now viewing it. I'm not sure if I remember seeing him stuck. I can't remember 4 years ago. Memory not that the best. But that was there you go. Someone was stuck indeed. And I remember the next day I noticed a rear ending just in that intersection to our left. So on the right, that was the guy who got stuck. And it looks like the city of Saskatoon is up and running, trying to clear the snow as much as possible. Looks like they got the truck that carries the snow. Oh, sorry, displaying salt. So they're already doing that, and the rocks. So good on them for that. And look at that, another car stuck. Looks like it's a Civic. Oh, there are two Civics. I don't know. I can't remember what the black car was, but they were both seem to be stuck. So there's another car stuck. Unfortunate that happens, but it does happen. But the BRZ is still carrying on, so I can't complain too much. Unfortunately, I can't stop and help because it's in the middle of an intersection, and if I stop, I would definitely have probably gotten stuck as well. And looks like we're coming up to my last turn here before going to my neighborhood. And looks like I was lucky enough to not have any cars coming, but oh yeah, well the sun was coming, but never mind. I thought I was gonna make it, but it looks like it did not. I didn't get so lucky there, so I had to wait for all these cars to go, and then I can go. It'll be a little bit tough because by the time I get going, it takes time, so I have to plan out carefully and have enough distance from the other car to make this turn here. This turn is a pretty bad one. I don't like it, especially during the busy hours. It's hard to see, and I've seen a lot of accidents here, and I've actually myself gotten hit here with the BRZ. Luckily, there was no damage to me, and whoever hit me ran off. Unfortunately, I did not get to his information. Didn't need to, it was fine. Oh, and looks like the cleaners, the snow cleaners, I don't know what they're called exactly, snow plowers are here and doing their job. Cleaning, as you can see, looks like they kind of got on this side, so they're gonna go and get the other side. So they're up and running on the call. And there they go. The mighty machines. It was interesting to watch that because they're so big in real life, and I'm just so tiny here in my car. And there we go. I was afraid I wasn't gonna make the slide as well because of the traffic here, especially with the big guys here. And I was scared if I was gonna get past that little patch of snow they were gonna create in the middle of that intersection because they were trying to clean it. And there's another one. Oh, looks like he's gonna. Oh, looks like they're kind of like back-to-back cleaning, which is good. That's a good way to keep the road surface even, so you don't create uneven sides of patches of snow on one side end of the sled there, or the big scraper, whatever they're called. And looks like I found my opening to go, and since the snow is cleared, I was able to get enough momentum to make it out of the light and into my intersection here. And off we go. Looks like they haven't cleaned this part of the road yet, but it's good. This part of the road was hard to see. Looks like I had some patch of snow, so I was swerving the right because that side was slowing down. I could barely see in front of me because of the ice kept forming up. Okay, cut to my neighborhood. This is where I believe I got stuck finally because of the huge snow pile piling up here. Here I am trying to get up to the driveway here, and looks like this, got stuck. Which, not complaining because it is right from my house, better than being on the street of an intersection or a major street. This is just a little street there at my house. Looks like I was trying to go forward, wasn't working. So I throw in reverse, looks like, try to get back and try again. Try to go forward again, go back again. I do remember burning up my clutch because I didn't really know what to do. and I was still learning stick. I was probably driving around 6 months. I did get the car in June, so wasn't 100% expert. I'm a slow learner, but looks like I was backing up here, and I'm not sure what I was trying to do. I think I was kept backing up and kept going forward. That's usually a trick I use. Because of the trees, the snow kept piling up my windshield faster. I kept melting quicker, and my wipers are not doing much to clear it, unfortunately. And I really thought I was stuck here. I kept trying going forwards and backwards. I tried turning off the traction control. When it's off, it was actually helping me back up, but it kept coming back on. And it looks like I kind of backed up enough, and now I'm trying to go forward. Looks like I was able to get some traction and push through. It kept revving, and up I made it to the driveway. And what was supposed to be a 50-minute drive home turned into a 20-minute drive home. So not too bad, honestly, not too bad. So a 5-minute delay because of the snow. Almost got stuck on a driveway, but we made it, which was good, and I was happy about that. Now, it looks like an hour later, I came back to move the car because I forgot that I was not supposed to park on the driveway. I was supposed to park on the side there on the road. So I didn't even have to go to that pain of trying to get up here, actually. Just had to park beside the house. So now I'm backing up, seeing if I can make it, but the snow kept coming, and look, as you can see, the snow is even more here. And I unfortunately got stuck because of 2 feet, 3 feet of snow. Obviously, my low Subaru BRZ was not going to be able to drive through that. As you can see, I sped up the video of me trying to get out. I just kept getting myself even more stuck. Even at the stock height at the time, I was not able to get it out. And speeding up through here because I just kept trying to get out. I got outside to film for the Snapchat story at the time that I got stuck. Looks like my neighbors were out driving or cleaning. Make sure they have a spot to drive because I believe they had to go somewhere next day. But they were actually very, very nice enough to able to come and help us. My father also came out to start shoveling the back and the front of the car so I can get out. I also got my another neighbor on with the snow machine to come also clean as well to help out because it's actually really, really deep of snow. We also got another neighbor to come and see if they can help, and we're just basically having a big get-together barbecue in the middle of a snow blizzard. And it's Canada for you right there. Luckily, it wasn't freezing cold, but it was very much not fun to be outside. So kudos to everyone who was out there. I was on his car on the side watching the neighbor help us plow the snow so we can push, and I sped it up here a little bit. We actually moved in this house a month before, so we actually got to know the neighbors a little bit through this way, so it's kind of like a good thing at the same time, but also at the same time bad thing. So there we go. Looks like it was cleaned up. I get in the car and get ready to push back. Got my father on one side and our neighbor on the other side. And there we go. Once I get out of that little bit of snow I'm stuck underneath, I'll be able to get traction from the rear wheels to back up. And there we go. Back up. Backed up a little bit too much. So I had to actually now go forward and back up again so I can fix myself because I am very crooked and not close to the curb. There we go. And S-turn in. Okay. And looks like I was going to go back out again. Backwards, but then I got some help, but I was good. Looks like I have my hazards on. And then just fixing it, and looks like that was it for that. And I told thank yous, thanked the neighbors, mentioned myself, thanked them, and it was over. And there we have it. A snow blizzard driving of 2020. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next time.